Hey, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. It's Kendall with LawnBot here. Hope you're doing well on this pre-holiday weekend. Wanted to come to you with our live demo Friday. It's something that we wanted to start, do a deep dive for folks that, listen, we know you're busy. We know you're working hard, especially at this time of the year. And on Fridays, we just wanted to come to you and do a deep dive into LawnBot and the different nuances of why it works and what makes it work as well. I mean, we there's many little tweaks and everything that we do to make sure that LawnBot is connected to your digital inbound leads. All right, we want to turn your digital inbound leads into sales, whether it's Home Advisor, whether it's your website leads, whether it's Facebook leads, any digital lead, we want to turn into a sale. And that's what we do with LawnBot. So today, I wanted to take you through start to finish. I know sometimes we just show you the LawnBot platform, but I want to show you an actual implementation. So what you're looking at here on the screen, this is a company, My Fertilizing Company in Detroit. Andrew and Ryan, as you can see there, owners, partners, business partners, great family-owned business. And the reason why I wanted to show this site is because Ryan does most of his own website stuff. And it's really good because it creates a lot of trust, and I'll tell you why. Number one, you got the two owners right there. You got the wives right below the fold. And by the way, we have a lot of great customers in Metro Detroit. Probably more than 6 or 7 now, customers in Metro Detroit, and they're all doing really well on LawnBot. And they're probably all competition too, and they're all doing well on LawnBot. So that just shows you how much business is out there for folks to get. But today we're looking at just because I texted Ryan, said, Ryan, you mind if I show your LawnBot? What's really cool about them is they call it GrowBot. It's part of the team. If you go to their about section in their website, they actually listed, and I think this is kind of cool. Kind of cute, however you want to think about it. They listed GrowBot, they named it, as a team member. And that's how we feel about it too. I mean, it's a part of your team, and it's the team member that's always working the holidays and coming in early, staying late, and never misses a Saturday or Sunday. So that's kind of how we think about it. And works at midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. When your office is closed, right? So today I wanted to show you My Fertilizing Company's bot. So I'll just kind of dive into that and take you through it here. So we'll enlarge this. So this is My Fertilizing Company's homepage, and they're doing it perfectly. This is exactly what we want to see for a company like this. If you're a business that generates leads, you want the lead form accessible as soon as you land on the page above the fold. What does that mean? Above the fold is just like a newspaper. You got the fold and all the important stuff is at the top, right? The headlines, the pictures, something to grab your attention. And the way people buy lawn care right now is they go on Google, they read Google reviews, and then they go to your site. It needs to be stupid, plain, simple for them to request a quote. And a lot of times when we go into companies, they might not be doing this. They might have to click a button, or the form might be at the bottom of the page. And literally, just by bringing it to the top, we're exponentially increasing their inbound leads just because the form is in the right spot. We haven't even hooked up LawnBot yet. So, just having the form in the right spot is huge. And I highly encourage any lawn care company to have it above the fold, especially on mobile and desktop. You want them, boom, hey, how do I get a quote? How do I exchange with you? I can't become a customer until I request a quote. And if I'm like, man, where do I go to do a quote? Like, I promise you're missing leads to people that are making it easier to become a lead from your website. So this is their site, and I'll kind of take you through it here. So when we go in, there's 2 ways to hook up LawnBot. 1, you can use our contact form. 2, we can use your contact form. It doesn't really matter. We can do it both ways. In this case, this is one of our contact forms, and we can style it, any way you would like. So when we go in, we literally connect it to your inbound lead stream. So, let's pretend I'm a customer. I'm Mr. Test, and I want to get my lawn done. So I already pre-filled out this info here on their website. Picked a address that's actually in their territory. That's important because we have a zip code filter on LawnBot, and we can make different things happen depending on the zip code. So if it's out of the zip code, out of their territory, they don't service it. They still get the lead, but the lead can't actually get pricing because they're outside of their service area. So that's kind of interesting. So at this point, I landed on their page. Wow, look at family-owned business. That's awesome. All these reviews. Okay, boom. I'm going to become a lead. By the way, they've had more than 1,000 leads this year to date. More than 1,000 leads, and compared to that's killing it in the lawn care space for a company their size. So they're doing really well. Shout out to My Fertilizing Company with the leads. So boom, landed right here on their bot. Click next. My Fertilizing Company is a locally family-owned business right here in Plymouth. When you sign up for MFC, you get the hands-on personal touch that gets lost with the national companies. Boom. There's a picture of Ryan and Andrew right in front of their, right in front of their face. They can't get away from it. We strategically designed LawnBot. You might notice like there's no tabs, there's no buttons besides the buttons we want them to click. That's very strategic about why we did that. So there's not even a scroll bar there. People are like, well, I can't, like, you can scroll, right? You use the trackpad or the mouse wheel. We removed it. We wanted all the focus to be on the next interaction. That's very strategic. As you can see, they have service categories. So we've got perimeter pest, mosquito, fertilizer, weed control, and pest control. So they're selling a bunch of different types of services. Just because we're actually CC'd on all the sales that come through, I know that mosquito is really big this time of year, probably everywhere. It's pretty big. So yeah, Andrew, hot bot. Yeah, it's looking good, man. Looking good and performing well too. I'm glad it worked out this year. I'm really excited, and thanks for taking a shot. Andrew just dropped in the comments in case you're on one of our other platforms, but. So as you can see here, different service categories, and we tried to gamify it, right, and make it kind of fun and colorful, and really keep them engaged, as they're going through this quote process. At this point, I'll click next. Say I'm looking for fertilizer and weed control services. Okay, great. Now let's go ahead and measure your lawn together. Bear in mind, this is in Southfield, Michigan. Click continue. This is what the customer sees, by the way. So a lot of people like to ask me, well, like how do they know how to use it? We try to make it extremely clear to people using this about how to do it. Boom, we land right here. There's the client's house, full of trees, right? Who knows their property better than the homeowner? So at this point, they lock the map. We show them a little GIF of exactly how it needs to be done. Literally, we say, hey, you need to color in the lawn where you want serviced, and we will only service the colored in areas. And yet we still get a couple, I would say, less than 90%, 90% of people do it correctly. But you still get some wise guys that might slip through the cracks here. So we'll click next. There's a wrong picture, there's a right picture, and start estimating. So at this point, the client just simply colors in their lawn, right? They know their lawn better than anybody. They live there, right? They look at it every single day. I'm sure they know what's grass and what's not. And that's what's super interesting, what we've seen along this new tool we've developed, this new technology. This is really flipping the script. Usually, in our industry, a human has to sit there on the phone, or worst case, you have to drive out there, an hour there, an hour back. You got to measure the lawn. For what? $400? No, I don't think so. The client can just simply color in their lawn, and we can get them a proposal, hopefully sign them up. And even if they don't, in My Fertilizing Company's case, their measurement, the lead information is all shot into their CRM. They utilize the Real Green integration, and their CSR staff already have all that data entered. They just pull it up and say, oh, look, Mrs. Jones, I see you got a quote. Saw you colored in the lawn out there. Did you have any other questions for us? What's holding you back from signing up with us this season? So it's a really warm phone call after this whole process. But at this point, let's save the measurement here. Boom, it saves the colored in areas. Awesome. Looks like you colored in 16,348 square feet. Would you like to get your instant quote now or customize your program? So at this point, we call this the fork in the road, right? So you have customers that are really high touch. They want a really curated experience. And then you have customers that, you know, they're probably like a little bit like me. They just want to, hey, dude, how much is it? Like, is it 5,000 or 500? How much are we talking here? So we give them two paths to go down. So we're kind of serving both type of buyer. I'll click get my quote now. I always do the customize my quote path with probing questions, but it's about a 50-50 spread what we've seen in the analytics from, you know, which button they pick. So as you can see, the client lands here in their checkout. It recommended the Silver Lawn program in their market. There's 4 applications remaining, and it's $96.99 per application. We in the lawn care industry know grub control is a big thing this year, so they're doing a grub upsell right now, and the client can just simply add grub control right to their package. At this point, you know, they can toggle back and forth between prepay and autopay and see that price break. So if they prepay, they're saving money. If they pay as you go, they can get started today for this. So they're basically paying for their grub app and the first fertilizer application. I know we like to talk about fertilizer a lot. There's plenty of companies on the platform selling mowing, you know, irrigation startups, tree and shrub care, flea and tick, pest control, any sort of reoccurring or even one-time visit we can sell through the platform. We actually just launched Naturally Green and out in Connecticut. They wanted to add COVID disinfecting to their bot. So we added a COVID disinfecting category and added that service so that clients, commercial clients, can actually color in their areas that they want disinfected and then, you know, get a price and sign up to get sprayed. So makes a lot of sense, right? In today's world, you can buy anything online. You can buy food, you can buy products for your home, you can, you know, literally order anything at the touch of a button. So consumers are used to buying this way, and I think we're at a very early stage in the cycle where, you know, there's early adopters, and I think that's where we're at right now. You know, there's early adopters, and then the main market up at the top there, where, you know, 5 years from now, I think this is going to be the normal way of doing things, and not the only way, but, you know, I think people want to do things now. Like if I think about hiring a company, I think it's going to be a really old way of doing business to like call them and hope their office is open and then count on them to like send somebody out and hang something on my door. And I'm like, how long have you been doing this? 30, 40 years? There's companies that like brag about that too, by the way. Oh, we come out and look at every lawn. Why are you wasting money and time? Dude, you know my lawn. Like, do you not live in the community? Like you're an expert, right? Like we know that all lawns, they need to be on a turf health program, Mrs. Jones. We know that for a fact. Whether we come out and look at your lawn or don't look at your lawn, we know that for a fact. Your lawn needs fertilizer to be green. It needs weed control, not to have weeds in it, and to make sure you don't get crabgrass. So let's take time out of the equation. Let's start with the fertilizer and weed control. And then on your first treatment, because we know it needs it anyway, you know, I'll have John look at the lawn. He's an expert. He's on lawns all day. I promise you, like John's the best. You want John coming to look at the lawn, but let's take time out of the equation and get this started today. Okay? And, you know, at that point, they say yay or nay. But in this case, so this is the checkout. Sorry about the little tangent. This is the checkout. This is where their services are. You know, they enter their credit card number. They become a customer. We charge the card. Gets deposited directly in your bank account. We don't charge any additional fees for the credit card processing right now. So, you enter your credit card number. At that point, the card is charged. You have a new customer, and a sale email is triggered to your team. And if you utilize our Real Green integration, that sale information is actually shot into Real Green. So this is My Fertilizing Company's bot. Just one example. I won't take you through the I need to think about it flow, but this is they've crushed it this year. I don't want to disclose exactly how much they've sold this year, but they did really well on LawnBot, and I would say they made their money back in at least a month or two on the platform for the whole year. So I thought it was kind of also interesting. We just had some sales come in this morning. I'll take you through this. This is our Slack channel. LawnBot team, don't make any jokes right now. We're live, okay? Let's see. So this is our Slack channel. Yeah, cool. This is our Slack channel. And Andrew, yeah, that's awesome. Glad to hear it. You guys are freaking crushing it. I mean, 1,000 leads, inbound leads, whether you're doing PPC or Facebook or whatever, that's awesome. So super excited to have you guys on the team and, continue helping you guys out. This is our sale feed in Slack. So every time there's a sale on LawnBot, we get notified. So I'll just kind of scroll through these quickly. The team, me and Eric, Steve, Cliff, we all see every sale. We want to make sure our clients are winning on the platform, or if they're not winning, what do we have to do? And if the only reason why you're not winning on the platform is because you're not generating enough leads to your website, and if you need leads, we've got solutions for that. Reach out to me. But this is, and we also want to see, hey, how are people measuring? We're always trying to make our measuring tool the best. So as we scroll through here, you can see these are actual sales. This one's in Georgia, Top Turf. This one's in Detroit, Michigan. This one's in Georgia. Let's see here. Minneapolis, Alabama. Let's see. Detroit, Massachusetts, mosquito customer, Virginia, Massachusetts, Missouri. I gotta think through it a little bit. We're in 32 states now, and every agronomic climate's different. But every sale that comes in, we're like looking, dude, where could we do better? Where could we do better? How could we get closer? Like, we think there's a day in time that's going to come where we're going to be able to get, I would say, hopefully even more accurate than the human going out there. I don't know if you ever went and wheeled lawns all day, but you get tired after a while. And you're like, you know what? Hey, I think that backyard's looks like 5K. Let's call it a day, right? Or if you have sales reps on the phone, you're running a sales team. If you have sales reps calling, you need to have an audit process in place. With LawnBot, the LawnBot is the audit, right? There's no questioning or second guessing. Is this an accurate measurement? Like, what they measured is in the picture, and the exact square footage of what they measured is in the picture too. So there's really no audit process other than the fact that if they just color, the front yard, that's obviously pretty important to know. Like, they just colored in the front and the sides. And that's kind of one thing we've noticed in the southern markets is that, news to me, I'm a northern turf boy, but I've learned a lot about the southern turf. And in the south, there's different grass types between the front and the back. So, we had to build those bots a little bit differently. And it's been super interesting watching folks with Measure It, just color in the front and the sides. That would have been impossible before. We've worked with clients that said, hey, well, we pay all of our employees to sit in the office and measure lawns. I'm like, why? Get rid of them. That's the old way of doing things. Like, even then, you don't know within your database if it's the front or the back. So we've ran into issues with that where we tried to program for clients, hey, I've got 100,000 records measured, and this is in the southern markets. And what happened was there was typos in the data. So the homeowner, because it's a computer, right? The data has to match perfectly to find that record. And it was just too many issues to try to pull from a pre-existing data set. But with Measure It, your team member might have measured the whole lawn, but the client might have only wanted the front and sides done. So I think that's antiquated and it's old data. Might work for direct mail, but I'm sure people are still doing direct mail. It's still successful. But I think there's another channel that we can attack too with it, and that's the digital side. And with Measure It and LawnBot, I think it's the perfect product to allow service companies to bring their inventory online. As we know, it's just, I don't talk about this much, okay? But what gave me the idea for LawnBot was 2 years. It's kind of an embarrassing story. I was living downtown Grand Rapids, and when you live downtown, you have to park in a parking ramp, and it was kind of far from my building at the time. So pretty consistently, I'd get parking tickets. In those parking tickets, I'm go, and racked up some parking tickets. Let's just say that. Shout out City of Grand Rapids. One day, I was like, well, I probably should pay these, right? I got them stacking up, and so City of Grand Rapids has this cool thing called Pay It. And Pay It allows you to instantly, if you live in Grand Rapids, maybe you don't know if you don't get parking tickets, but I guess you can pay your water bill too, from what I'm told. When I went to pay those tickets, it was literally the quickest $300 that ever came out of my checking account. Opened the app, entered my license plate number. It's short, it's 3 digits. So it's not, you don't forget that one. I enter my license plate number. It's like, oh, Kendall Hines, welcome back. US $300. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover. There's no logging in. There's no BS. That's the way it should be in today's world and economy. It needs to be easy. That's what prompted the idea for this. I was like, in the lawn care space, we make it so hard, in the service industry as a whole. I mean, if you request gutter install, if you request home cleaning services, pest control, pool cleaning, carpet cleaning, like you got to talk to Alice in the office who's worked there for 30 years and only works Monday through Thursday till 4 p.m. So, I think you're missing business if you're not open 24/7, 365. We see it constantly with sales rolling in 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning, 1 a.m. Like, that's amazing to me that people are able to do things on their time. And I think it's only going to continue to move that way. But with that, probably wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in to the live demo and the deep dive on My Fertilizing Company's product. If you have any questions about LawnBot, feel free to reach out to the team. I can help you. Steve can help you. Cliff can help you. Eric can help you. He's clipping deals. He just sold a mulch, a company that blows in mulch. Really interesting use case. They're going to have their customers color in their mulch beds and give pricing, and they can order mulch right through their website within a couple minutes. So it's kind of, we're really pushing the envelope here. We're on the cutting edge of technology. So if you have questions about LawnBot, reach out to the team, email me, message me. We'd love to answer them for you. If you're not quite ready for LawnBot, we call LawnBot the bazooka, right? When you want to go start mowing down some sales, you get LawnBot. Before that, if you need leads, we have a new product for that. It's been testing really well. Reach out to us, and we'd love to get you hooked up and make sure you start getting more inbound leads. Aaron, LawnBot depends on the size of your company. If you go to our website, you can see pricing. So it just depends, but no matter the package you pick, we charge $1,500 for the design and build. That covers all of our time, your time, our calls, any sort of onboard stuff that happens. you think about this. I mean, we're taking your price tables, your logos, your descriptions, hooking it up to your website. It's a white glove service. So it's really hands off for all of our clients. Once you sign up, we're getting to work and doing all the work for you. There's no, which is nice. I mean, owners are busy. You guys are busy running a company. You don't need another job or try to figure out your WordPress stuff or like, all you do is get us the data. We go to work, hook it up to your website, and now you're able to take your services online and sell services online. So thanks for the question, by the way. Thanks for tuning in. So with that, if you're interested, reach out. We're here for you. If you need a more in-depth demo, you could watch one of our live demo Fridays. Check out our YouTube page. Our YouTube page is sick. We're uploading videos all the time about sales and marketing. Even if you're not ready for LawnBot, we like to talk about, hey, how to grow your business, get more leads. So check out LawnBot on YouTube if you're a YouTuber. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great July 4th. Hope you guys stay safe. We'll see you next week. And if we don't talk to you before then, happy July 4th. We'll see you.